Hi guys, once again it's Daylight. Now let's get right into the topic. I feel you should wait before buying a new Taken King DLC. Now I actually made a video previously on the same topic, but I felt the video quality wasn't that well, so I actually had to leave the video. But then I saw the pre-orders and I was like, whoa, Destiny fans have not learned their lesson. And it's crazy. I mean, we can go back to the beginning of how the first vanilla game, the hype train that the marketing tactics that we used, and what actually made most everyone buy this game, it was basically the marketing tactics. We was promised a lot of things. I feel we was promised a lot of things. I mean, we can go back to videos that was talking about Saturn being in the game. We can go back to videos that apply that we could do things like in-game trading, none of which came out through the original game. And when we did get the game, we all know the huge issue, and that was the lack of content. I mean, it didn't take no. It took people about what, a week to beat the game. That's if that much. And after a week, we already was like, oh my god, this game is boring. Which some people actually sold the game back, which on their part, I would say they did a smart choice, especially if they're coming in now after the new Taken King DLC. On that part, I think it's a great time to actually coming out. But uh, for the ones that actually had this game, I'm mind blown by how you guys can pre-order this game. That it's crazy. I mean, let's go back to the DLCs. What it was, the Dark Below, that was the first one. That one was pretty hyped up. But let's see one of the main problems with this game, that almost 95%, especially PvE, almost 95% of PvE, the new stuff they added, was actually on the original map. It wasn't really nothing new. They just kind of changed and manipulated things, changed things around, and added a weird story mode that didn't make sense. I guess they were supposed to add more a better story mode, but they didn't. It just was weird. Same thing came with the House of Wolves. I mean, come on. Once again, it was basically what, 95% of the House of Wolves was basically on the original map. It really wasn't that much adding on. Now, I would say one thing about House of Wolves. House of Wolves was the part when I feel Destiny actually improved that game. And for a moment, it was I felt the social area was more lively. But eventually, once again, the contents wore down. I'm looking at it like, we had the experience with Destiny already. We had the experience with the game. I don't know why people are pre-ordering this game. I always recommend wait, review, and then buy. Come on, it's simple. Just smart shopping. It's simple, smart shopping, people. It's nothing, you know, mind blowing about this. That's why I think people should be way more skeptical with Destiny at the moment. Yeah, they're showing us all the great things they have in this game, but what's the negative? Obviously, there's going to be negatives, but no one knows the negatives. But yet, everyone's pre-ordering, and I'm like, wow, have they not learned? Now, I like to let everyone know that I don't hate Destiny. I don't think it's a horrible game. I think it's a pretty good game that has great potential. I think more so about the shady behavior between Activision and Bungie. Now, most people get mad at what Luke Smith said, but guess what? He was right. He was right. He said people are going to throw money at the screen. And what is pre-ordering? You don't even know the bad of the game, but yet you bought the game. It's crazy and it's mind-blowing. Now, I am one of those guys that do firmly believe that Bungie basically took what was in the original game out of it, cut it out of there, or blocked it off and sold it to us as DLC. And most people say, okay, you're a conspiracy theory. No, there were a lot of evidence that support that claim. I mean, we already glitched into the game and found the House of Wolves maps. We found the Dark Below maps before the DLCs dropped. Now, people have excuses. The problem with excuses are that, what are excuses without evidence? Yeah, I can say, well, they were updating it, they was putting it in slowly but surely, but what is the evidence towards that? What evidence do you have to support that excuse? Other than that, it's just an excuse. It's not evidence. So we have evidence to believe that they did cut it out of this out of the vanilla game and sold it to us back as DLC, but we don't really have evidence to the contrary. Therefore, that's why I believe this evidence. And to me, I'm sorry, but it makes the most logical sense that a company that puts so much time and so much money into a game came out with a half-ass game. It just, nothing else really makes sense, and that's why I stick with that. I stick with, they have this shady behavior. I mean, right now Bungie became that one guy that no matter how nice he talks to you, you know he's up to something. Because this guy always up to something. Everything you've seen from this guy was always shady, and everything you got, you regretted it. And that's at least what Bungie stand right now to me. And I don't like to leave out Activision. I have a small little problem with their new leveling system, because it reminds me of Call of Duty. And with Call of Duty, basically the leveling system is quite set up that it strings you along to the next DLC. But let's not get into that, well, at least for now, of course. Well guys, I would just like to end this video with a simple statement. Wait, compare, review before buying. That's just smart shopping, guys. Once again, if you like the video, like the contents, please share, please like, and I would love if you guys post some comments. Alright, that's all. Daylight signing out. I can break it down, I can break it down.